And we're back. All right, Scott. So here we go. We are in, we're back in Premiere. We are happy with the video layout. So now we're going to do just kind of a final coloring. What I'm going to do now, again, I'm just going to do a little bit of a cleanup and just kind of reduce my number of tracks. Is it necessary? No, but it just kind of helps me at the end to. And it's really important, very important, that when you do this and you drag it down, you keep right there, it says 0. Make sure you keep it at a 0, obviously. But all right, so see right there, that slid. I want to hit that 0. And I'm just doing this. Again, this isn't something you have to do. It's just something I want at this point. All right, so I'm not even going to really, I mean, as I'm watching back, if something just jumps out at me that I feel like it's bad or wrong, then I will adjust it. But other than that, we're going with it. So, just getting this all cleaned up. I was looking, a lot of my clips seem to be around 2 seconds. It's kind of what we went with. Some of them are a little bit longer. Kids are cleaning the house today. They don't have a whole lot they have to do, but yeah, they got to clean up, straighten up some of the house. And my main thing is I got to finish this and then do the trim on our bedroom. Remember, it flooded not very long ago, so we're so close to having everything put back together from that. And I'm really looking forward to being done with that. Okay, so I've kind of streamlined it a little bit. And that's going to go to there. And all right, so I'm just going to delete all the tracks again that are empty. Delete all empty video tracks. And then I'm going to make myself another track. And then on there, I'm going to do an adjustment layer. But I'm just going to kind of look through here and see which ones are kind of standing out that might need some love. I would like to brighten that one up. And who knows, this may be I may just end up brightening these individually. Click it back over to my color workspace. Pump that exposure up a little bit. Again, this is kind of showing me where my exposure is. So you can see we're quite low on my exposure. I could bring it up to there and we're blown out. There we're a little under blown out. And there we're way under blown out. Everything hits the ceiling. You can see there. And then back it down, back it down, back it down. And then there's nothing is blown out there. So let's just make that. Same thing there. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy my colors from that one. Do a copy. I'm going to do a paste. And I just want Lumetri color and brighten it up. So we'll see how that looks. This needs to be bright. And I know I got a 3 color thing right there, so actually how many clips? I got 3 clips right there. So I'm going to select all of them and then right click, paste attributes, Lumetri color. All right, now let's see, that might be too much, I don't know. Let's see if I paste it into this one. A little overexposed. See, again, I'm watching up on my scale. Watch it, bam, something in there is really, oh, you can see those highlights on the orange right there. At 0, they're already blown out. And then you push it, push it, push it. A little bit more things are starting to get blown out. Now if you want to lift the black so they're not as dark, see right there, right there, we're totally clipping on some black stuff. We're going to lift it just a hair. I'm going to lift it just a little bit. Something like that, probably. That'd be good. Actually, let me check my... That might be a little too... Pull that down just a little. So it's at 1.6 plus on the exposure. Just going to change that on all 3 of these clips. And let's go 1.6. Okay. Same thing. I don't want to get it too white. So again, I'm looking over at the scope, and you can see right there, you're flat and you're saying, okay, you got a lot of stuff that's clipping out. That top line is where it's showing you you're overexposed. So see right here, nothing's overexposed, and then right there, there's a spot that's touching and it's overexposed. And you keep pushing it. Now we're starting to get a couple of things that are coming in that are overexposed. We're just going to push it up just a little bit more. Yeah, that was about a 2.1. So we're going to pull this down. And so here we go with this. I'm going to see what happens if I jam it with just a little bit of contrast. Okay, it's not really doing... And again, I'm not the best color grader in the world by any means. I just kind of get it which things looks... I've definitely gone overboard on coloring, and I'd rather it be good versus not. And you can see on here, see we're way underexposed. So I got plenty of room to boost it. But it was also really dark in the room, so it's kind of this was a nighttime shot. You can see out the window that when we first started, it was kind of brighter. You know what? I think with that one, dude, I think that's it. Hit a save. Right, that was too short on that clink. I wanted to see that clink a little bit longer. Okay, so let's save that. And now, just for giggles, I want to get a new adjustment layer. Let's go back over, wait, no. Push this apart. Right here, we're going to come into a new item. We're going to hit with adjustment layer. Hit OK. We're going to name this one overall color adjustment. Okay, we're going to go bam, and then stretch that all the way. Now, let's see. Let's select our thing right here. And I want to just kind of push the blacks up just a little bit. I want to add a little bit of saturation. I'm going to add a little bit of contrast. And just a little bit. Let's see how this looks. Now let's see, this one, it might be, let me adjust this one just a little bit. It might be a little too, sometimes with these cameras, you gotta be weird with the saturation on the yellows. They just get a little kind of weird, like not flattering. A little too much. Let me see if I got my white balance set right. Oh, there you go. I changed my my white balance. Now we can bump that saturation up. Maybe even let's bump the shadows up a little bit. And now I'm just gonna unlock this one and see what happens if I just stretch that. Did I end up getting stupid with it at the end? Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna slow this down a little bit just so I can keep it on that last thing just a little bit longer. Let's go speed duration and let's take it down to like a 95. And remember, we're going to change that to optical flow. Hit OK. Let's rotate this just a little bit. Just a hair. So at the very end of it, oops. I don't want to do the scale. I want to rotate it just a hair. So it finishes more kind of a straight. You know what I'm saying? So be one, be a negative. Take this to a -1. All right, let's try that. Like it. Sweet. All right, bro. I like it. Hey, Brittany! Let's call Brittany in here, and man, I think we got it. I'm trying to see, can I start it and get rid of that oil stain? I don't really want to open it up with an oil stain. What if I did a slow push in on here? So let's say when I finish the motion, and it gets to there, and then we do a slow push. Not anything extravagant, but just a little. Let's see what happens. Nope, that's way too much. What if we're pushing the whole thing? Let's try it. I still think that's a little too abrupt. What if we did 104%? Let's try. I'm adjusting the positioning. I want to make sure that it matches because you can see right here we're off. So basically we're going to adjust this. So, oops, let's just reset that. Feels a little weird. I'm just undoing all that. Man, I know it's a 1 second shot, but I'm gonna go with it like that. Let's do this. I'm gonna go. Let's take it back to the Simeon 1 alt for my workspace. Let's go back in here. This is just this beginning has just kind of been irking me for a while. So what I'm gonna do? Oh wait, I already have 28 fast. Okay, so this will work for that. And we're going to. I don't see it. All right, so let me. There's that. And then let me do the. come in here and get the color adjusted on this one. Boost that brightness up. Just make it something that I want to look at. You can see I'm starting to clip out. I'm adjusting the white balance on here. Looks like I got a couple of different colors of light. If I sample it here, look what it does. Versus if I sample it here. So I'm just trying to figure something that kind of complements it well. That's too much yellow. It's too much blue. All right. Let's see what's going to happen if because I like my beginning better now. Okay, but I'm covering up one of my favorite shots. So what if I get rid of any of the shots that I just wasn't super in love with? Remember, I even colored it yellow. Like, I don't know about this. So what if we drop that there and do that? Let's see what happens. It wasn't on beat to begin with, for one. Dude, I'm gonna render it. I think we nailed it, bro. I'm really happy. Ready to show it to the client. That's it. We're gonna hit out. We're gonna go File, Export, Media, and then we're gonna come into we're gonna come into H.264, and then we can just drop it down into the YouTube preset or Vimeo, whatever, 1080, and we're gonna click that, and we're gonna come in here, data. We're gonna go to Clinker files. We're gonna go exports, and we're gonna call this Clinkers 60, and we're gonna call this 10/2019. Whoops. 10/2019 60. So I do client name, month, year, and then the time of it, how long it was. And if there's any descriptors, also I'll include those in there. But we're just going to hit save, and we're going to hit with an export. Really appreciate your help on this, Scott. You've helped tremendously. I know I realize that I have gone in and put 4 hours in on it after the work that you did on it. But man, that the work that you still did was work I was going to have to do regardless. The work of inputting everything into the project file, changing all the frame rate, working on selects, kind of working with me to get the song figured out, working with me to figure out more or less the selects. I did not see a few selects in there that I would have wanted to see. Next time, I really want you to focus more on going through, because now that we're kind of understanding the workflow a little bit better between you and I, one thing that will absolutely be crucial moving forward is making sure that all of the selects are in the select folder. Okay, I'm not going to 100% worry or call on you to so much finalize the timeline. I realize that's something that I need and want to do, but getting those selects, absolutely, that's something you can do. So, like with the Ready Whip shot, I noticed that was not in the select folder, and there were just a couple of other ones like that. So in each clip, there could be 4, 3, 2, 8 selects of the same shot, because I'm shooting it a lot of different ways to give lots of options during editing. So, just keep that in mind. I honestly, I couldn't be any happier with you on this project, Scott. You really came through in a major way. I really appreciate it. And right now I just rendered it and we're ready to show it to the client. So thank you, sir. Okay, and so overall total time on mine, I did a 1 hour, an hour and a half, I did 57 minutes, and I did another. So it's 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours. So I put in 3 hours of editing on this. And this is the final video. Wait, 3, right? Because I did an hour, then I did an hour and a half, then I did just a little under an hour, and then I did 30 minutes. So yeah, it all came to right at 3 hours. Awesome. 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 Thank you, Scott.